much it means to us that you continue the work that we started. To come back in this neighborhood and find out that nothing has gone backwards. That everything that we ever dreamed about is still in existence. It's a remarkable thing, and we thank you for that. Thank you.
Well, the first name on the list was Jerry Bright. It somehow went right by it, and so Jerry, please come up here, and I feel my deepest apologies for you. All he did was almost everything at the beginning of John Howell Park. Other than that, oh God, man! It's my special. Thanks, Jerry. Sorry, my apologies, Jerry. While we're doing some photographs, I'd like to recognize just a few of the distinguished guests we have here with us. I'm going to go first to a woman who's got another engagement, but has been part of this neighborhood for ages and ages. Why she doesn't just move over here, I don't know. It used to be our state representative. It's still half of our state representative, Pat Gardner.
Thank you, Jack, and thank you all for inviting me to be here tonight. What a wonderful celebration. For somebody who's lived in the neighborhood, I consider Virginia-Highlands and Morningside kind of a cohesive neighborhood these days. I wanted to be here to thank you for re-electing me. You know it was a difficult and interesting race, but thank you. You know, we think about it, the city of Atlanta is a city of neighborhoods. I'm not sure that we would think about it that way if we hadn't had the leadership of these kind of folks 40 years ago who saved these wonderful neighborhoods and have made them what they are. Now, after surviving the redistricting process, I want you to know that we need to continue to work hard to maintain the neighborhoods that we have built over the last 40 years. Everybody under the Gold Dome doesn't understand the importance of these communities. So I ask you to stay tuned and be ready. We're not sure what's going to happen in this next session, but it's going to be an interesting one. If you're not on my email list, please go to patgardner.org, sign up. You'll get some regular messages from me telling you what I think is going on at least. And we're going to need a lot of help from people in the neighborhood with the kind of leadership skills that you all have built over the years and are developing through the new leadership. Good luck to the new leaders who are going to be elected tonight. And thank you very much for re-electing me and giving me this time.
We're happy to have with us tonight the President of the Atlanta City Council, Mr. Cesar Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell, would you like to say a word?
Thank you, Jack. I'll be very brief. Well, good evening. I'm really excited to be here, and I wanted to come and celebrate your 40th anniversary. But I'll tell you something, I did not expect to learn what I learned this evening. In 1972-73, I was about 2 years old, so I didn't know about the highway. All I know about Virginia-Highlands is the wonderful restaurants, the wonderful opportunities to come over and enjoy the parks, and certainly the wonderful neighbors. What I also did not know was that my good friend Joe Drelay was the organizing chairman of Virginia-Highlands. I had no idea. Joe was one of the first people I met when I was first elected as a city council member back in 2001 and started to serve in 2002. He was a great solicitor for the city, always gave great advice, very calm and steady advice. So Joe, I learned a lot about you tonight that I didn't know, and so I'm so glad to be here. One of the things I'll just leave you with, I know you have a busy agenda, is that if you ever need any assistance, do not hesitate to give me a call. I know that there are issues that crop up from time to time that are concerning to you, and you certainly have. And I see Alex, my good friend Alex, who is your representative, but certainly I stand ready to assist and support Alex in addressing the issues that are important to you. So again, thank you for having me. It's really great to be here. By the way, my wife actually teaches here at Inman. She teaches 6th grade language arts, and she is about 35 weeks pregnant. So today was her last day here before she really has to go home and go on bed rest. So again, it's great to be here, and certainly call me if you ever need anything. Congratulations again.
And to my knowledge, last, and also to my knowledge, in no way least, is our local council member, Alex Wan.
Thanks, Jack. I'm going to keep my comments brief too. Hearing the rich history of the neighborhood, it really gives me a deep appreciation of kind of the trust and the privilege you've placed in me to be your voice, a voice that has always been very active in Atlanta politics down at City Hall. And I also recognize that I follow in the footsteps of great people like Mary Davis every day, and I hope that I can live up to that standard. I know my job down there is to kind of embrace the good things that are happening to our community, projects like Briarcliff Summit, but then also, as we're doing right now, fighting against some of the things that we know aren't in our best interest. So I look forward to continuing to work with the Virginia-Highland Civic Association, with my partners, President Mitchell and Representative Gardner, and as he mentioned as well, if there's anything I can ever do to help, please let me know. So congratulations on your 40th anniversary. I told you I was going to be quick.
Well, I was looking at that picture, and it's going to be a great picture. It's pretty rich.
Just wanted to mention that in the back, by Eleanor, in the back corner, there are 3 scrapbooks that are a collection of images. When Carrie Hobbs and Pape and I put the book together for Virginia-Highland, we actually collected 90 gigs of images, so there was not room in the book for all of them. So we made these scrapbooks, and we'd love for anybody that has memories of Virginia-Highland to write in them, especially any of the old board members. Look through them and make any notes. They can be anything you want to say. And they're back there. There are 3 different books. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a year of mixed blessings in Virginia-Highland. In addition to our happiness of having so many folks back that meant so much to us, this year the community lost a longtime denizen and a great friend, Warren Bruno, who passed away this spring. Warren had a unique and irreplaceable place in this community. And we're going to miss him hugely. We already miss him hugely. It's been a pleasure meeting with his family and trying to think of what will be a suitable and appropriate way to honor his memory. And I wish we were quite at the spot where we could announce it. We think we have an absolutely appropriate way to do that, and yet I am sorry to say we cannot at this moment. It's not quite ready, quite finished the work to be able to announce it. Nonetheless, having said that, I want to introduce Lola, who has a few words to say, and Sandra Spoon, Warren's wife, is here, and we'd like to bring her up.
It is definitely a difficult thing to talk about. I knew Warren for a short period of time compared to so many of you all, but I know how important he was to the community, and we definitely wanted to recognize him. I wrote a little something about the image you see over there on the last screen, that I'd like to read. Basically, I've talked to Warren and I've heard many stories about him. I wanted to draw a picture that celebrated and honored things that are true and meaningful about Warren Bruno to his friends, his family, and his neighbors. The image I picked shows Warren's daughter, Grayton, feeling completely whole, happy, safe, and at peace near Warren Bruno. She's probably got the complete and unhindered version of Warren, like the rest of his family, and she, I'm sure, knows she was a lucky and special girl. Warren's posture in this picture is relaxed and strong. I didn't look for a picture that was just perfect of Warren, because this really isn't exactly a portrait of Warren. It's a portrait of Warren's impact and influence. As I understand it, Warren didn't need recognition for what he did, and what he did was who he was. And I'd love it if Sandra would come up. We have the picture frame for her.
Thank you. I do not have Caesar Mitchell's voice. It has been an absolute unbelievable process to work with Lola, Jack, and Carrie to honor Warren and for them to recognize Warren as a community member. Virginia-Highlands was his absolute love, and like Lola said, he didn't want any recognition for it. He just loved it. And what community meant to him was the businesses and the neighbors and the schools all working together in a shared environment. And that's what he seeked out. And he enjoyed every single minute of it. And thank you to, again, Lola, Jack, and Carrie as this project goes forward. I appreciate it so much. And as does my family, the 4 kids, the businesses. It's very grateful. Thank you.
We're going to move to the business portion of our program now. I'm going to start with the nominating committee. The nominating committee has brought forward the recommended slate that you picked up on your ballot